Hello, and welcome to this short 5 minutes presentation that describes the creative process behind designing a new dairy range for innocent drinks. The most natural place to start in this presentation is by introducing the brief. As you can see, it discusses the consumer's awareness of ethical practices in food and drink production around environmental pollution and chemical additives. The brief asks for a new dairy range that meets the ethical expectations of the existing innocent drinks consumer base. As part of this, three main deliverables are required. First of all, a brand name and identity. Second, packaging designs for the product. And third, a series of posters to help promote the brand. We begin the exploration into design thinking by firstly researching the brand in depth. Pictured are some images from mood boards that I created that effectively capture the spirit of the existing brand, Innocent Drinks. As part of the research process, academic and visual research was undertaken to understand and empathise with the brand, its consumers, and the market in which it operates. I learned that there is plenty of organic growth over this brand's 26-year history, and despite early challenges, the brand is now known for authenticity in its approach to remaining as ethical as possible. They do not make the cheapest smoothies, but their price point is supported by loyal and ethically minded consumers. The brand's marketing activities are known to be irreverent and witty, which helps build authenticity that I will try and replicate in the new dairy brand, while leaning on a more expensive price point to talk about things like packaging and ethical production practices. A higher revenue and profit margin leaves more flexibility to stand out from competitors, which leads me on to defining the problem. Part of the definition process was to research the new dairy brand's ethical considerations by comparing them to competitors' practices. One thing that stands out from the brief is the consideration that must be made for ethically concerned consumers, and this is something that the huge factory brands struggle to balance. This made me realise the importance in thinking differently about how the brand would produce its products and how it would operate in comparison to its competitors. Now, I had lots of ideas on how to create a unique selling point around ethical practices. Ideas such as tracing every drop, sponsoring cow enrichment activities, and no early calf-mother separations are expensive, but could be made possible by the product's high price point. There were also other ideas around value-add marketing activities, for example a cow social media platform, and various games that could be created. This would aim to encourage younger generations of potential customers and keep them coming back. Some mood boards helped me assimilate my ideas and acted as a bridge from written research into visual intent. Mood board 1 focuses on packaging, how cows can be pictured, and finally colour, and the second mood board is an exploration into the colour palette used in the final versions. The mood boards and other research informed some puns to be used as slogans for the poster campaign. This approach was an attempt to incorporate similar levels of wit and irreverence that the existing brand Innocent Drinks do so well. In terms of product sketches, I recognise that on reflection, some more time should have been spent on the actual product sketches and too much time was spent on producing the posters. On to the prototype stage, where final versions of posters were made. Poster 1 shows the early expressionless logo that evolved during the iterative approach taken as part of this project. Creating, then revisiting each design helped me to make it more sophisticated. I experimented with outline and form and made the cheese element the background to help the cow's head pop more. I also experimented with vibrancy of hues and landed on a more muted and limited colour palette. More poster variations, which again experiment with placement and colour palette. It Gets Butter is a play on the phrase It Gets Better, which was a campaign in the noughties around reassuring closeted LGBT plus individuals that life gets better as you get older. It also applies to the subject of the poster, a buttery plain jacket potato. Finally, during the test phase, I superimposed the logo and packaging designs onto the kind of materials I wanted to use as packaging. I want the final product to be a luxurious item that wouldn't look out of place in a farm shop or luxury retailer like Booths, a small supermarket chain in the north of England. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.